Bum, ba-bum, 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 banana bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. Lord, so many people use your name in vain. Lord, for better or worse, I still will choose you first. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm actually super excited to do this video today because I've been hearing a lot about this concealer. My sister actually recommended me this concealer, and then when I went into the Morphe store, they recommended me this concealer. So I really want to know what this concealer is really about. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So everything basically is done. The only thing that I'm going to be doing on camera is conceal my face and eyeshadow. The concealer comes in this packaging. It is the Morphe C355 Full Coverage Concealer Fluidity. And so I'm gonna try it on my face and see how much I like it. Just a little bit of background, I love concealers that are movable. I just find that concealers that are movable, whether it's cream concealers or liquid concealers, it's just easier to work with the face. I don't like concealers that are drying, so I'm really hoping that this concealer isn't a drying concealer, because that would be super annoying. We'll see what Morphe's doing. Yeah, this retails for about, I think it's on sale actually. I think apparently right now they're about to discontinue it, and it's on sale for, I want to say $18. If I'm wrong, I'll put the proper price on the screen. But yeah, so it looks, I'm just gonna take it out, and so it looks like this. I like the packaging. I like Morphe packaging. I feel like Morphe's packaging is very sleek. So the concealer looks like this. It comes with like a little spoolie type of thing, which I kind of like. I like concealers like this too. Fenty Beauty kind of has a spoolie thing going on too, and it's a Sephora collection, and even what's the other one called? The Born This Way concealer is also like that too. I like the dip concealer, but I don't mind LA Pro Girl concealer too, like the little applicator. I like both. I like concealers like that. I don't know if I really like the squeezable ones, but we'll see. So I'm gonna just apply it here. So usually when I tend to conceal, I always go right under my eye, just a little bit, and I go right here, and I'll go on my forehead. I always do forehead a little bit because I don't want too much on my forehead going on. And I really feel like, I don't know, sometimes I conceal my forehead, sometimes I don't. I'm like a hit or miss. On the bridge of the nose, take your time. Perfect. I actually didn't mind how it went on. It seemed pretty creamy. The truth is about to be revealed in this portion. The truth is about to be revealed, and this is what's going to show you if this is a concealer that I would recommend or I wouldn't recommend. Like I said, I really like concealers that are blendable. So like even this one, it looks like it's kind of drying out quickly, so I'm going to try and blend out quickly, because I don't like when you can't work with your concealer. It just makes everything look so cakey, and then you're gonna have to keep building it up, which you don't want, because the goal is to have a flawless seamless look. Okay, so this is pretty drying already. I can tell it's not movable. It's not like the Born This Way concealer or the Fenty Beauty concealer where it's like a little bit more movable to work with. So if you want to keep, like, I know there's like when you want to dry, I tend to sometimes want to let my concealer sit a little bit and then blend. This is not the concealer for it. This concealer is super stiff. Like, it's stiff. I can feel it. Like, it's not moving at all. Like, I'm literally have to apply a lot of pressure to get it to like move across my face. This is not something that I would recommend, because I feel like And it depends on what type of look you're looking for, but if you're the type of person that wants to work with your stuff, especially as for beginners, when you're a beginner person who's doing makeup, you want to have product that is movable in case you make mistakes. You can go on and fix it. So do you see that? Like, I'm literally blending and it's drying out super quickly. Like, I have to really put a lot of pressure to blend. To be honest, it's not my favorite. I just feel like there's too much pressure being applied to blend. Like, what is going on? And I know that when I went into the store, they said that basically they were discontinuing it because I probably know why. But it's just not, you can't work with it. I don't like that. I want to be able to work with my concealer because, like, you guys can see like how I'm still blending, but it's not moving, you know? So that's how you know that's, like, for me, a no-no. This is so stiff. Like, do you guys remember when we used to go to we used to have like house jams, and there would be that one girl, I don't know if you guys live in Canada, but we used to have house jams. Even university, we would go to parties, and there would just be that one girl who doesn't move her body. Like, she's dancing, but she's super stiff. This gives me stiff vibes. Hashtag stiff vibes. Like, so I'm really doing a lot of work to get the concealer to blend. So I got the blend, but that took a lot of wrist work just to get that to look like a seamless finish. Okay, so do you guys see how my nose, and if you don't blend quick enough, it will start to crease. That's the annoying part, is that you don't want to have your concealer creasing, especially under your eye. Like, you don't want that. And I feel like although I was able to blend under the eye, on my nose, I just have a feeling that it's gonna be another, like, more wrist work to blend on the nose. Okay, so we got it to blend out. We didn't have to add a lot, but I do feel like it was hard to work with. I already contoured my face. As you guys can see, I've contoured my forehead, my side of my face. It's already contoured. I'm just gonna contour my nose because I haven't done that. But I wanted to make sure that as I was applying the concealer, that this would kind of, you could see how it works with it. You don't want to contour and then highlight your nose again. So because I'm highlighting, I'm gonna contour. So usually when you contour, you want to just bring it up like right there and then go down. I'm still not a pro at contouring, I will say that for sure. I really like how this concealer is movable. If you can see, like, it's very, very movable, and I will show you what that means when I blend it in. So I'm just putting it down and up, and then I'm just gonna go a little bit right on my nose to give like that shadow look kind of thing. First, I didn't really like this concealer because I was using the matchsticks, and I love the matchsticks. I love the creaminess. I know some people say that it can be a little bit dry, but I love how the matchsticks are creamy, and then it kind of stays in place. While this one is more of a liquidy, it has a more of a runny, not runny, but it's more movable. The thing about the matchsticks that I like is that you can work with it. Like this concealer that I put under my eye with the Morphe concealer, I couldn't really work with it. It dried really quickly, and I know I spent some time talking, but it shouldn't be to the point where it's so dry that you have to literally do more effort in blending than to it just effortlessly blending itself, if that makes sense. So as I was talking, you could tell this is like still a little wet. Like you can see, if you guys can see it, it's still a little wet, like pretty wet. And you can tell it's wet because as I'm blending, it's like it's blending itself out. I'm just gonna switch my brush. I'm barely putting any pressure to blend this concealer, and that's what I mean by concealers that are movable. You know what I mean? Like you're not using so much pressure to blend, whereas for the Morphe Fluidity concealer full coverage, I know that it says it's matte, right? I think it says it's matte. Let me see. It's a soft matte, so it's not even fully hardcore matte, but it's not blendable. As like, you have to put more work into like get the look that you want, and we don't want no stiff type gal concealer. Like, we want you to move, pun de replay. Like, see how Rihanna? Thank you, Rihanna. Pun de replay, no stiffness, okay? I'm gonna just go back in with the concealer again. Oh, which I'm really nervous about. Like, I'm just really stressed about this concealer, because it's like, it has a good applicator, but it's not really doing the job for your girl. Gotta really work quickly with this. But do you guys see that? So that is how the contour looks now, with my nose being blended. I'm just gonna blend a little bit more so it doesn't look so harsh between the two like the highlight part and the contour part where I added right there. But yeah, so that's how it looks. So you know what, I will say it gives it a smooth finish, so I'm not hating on that part. My only concern about this concealer is if you are trying to really work with something quickly, or even just talking or doing like a video on YouTube or anything like that, I wouldn't say this is the concealer. Now that my face is contoured and done all of that stuff, we're gonna go in with eyeshadow. I am actually using the Morphe palette, the 9J Just a Crush. This is the Just a Crush palette. I really like this palette. I think the pretty colors, I actually got them on sale for $27. They were having a sale at Morphe a few weeks ago. Yeah, so I'm going to just make sure I don't have any creases on my eye. Do you see that? Cool. I'm using the JH blending brush. Make a move, and it's this color here. Make sure that you're like picking up a cleaner brush as you go. So this one is a JH33 brush, and I'm gonna go in with the pink, which is First Kiss. It looks like pink, but it's kind of has like a magenta color. Use a flat brush that looks like this, and I'm gonna go in with the color what color is this? Double Text. The second brush that I went into, I'm just gonna go back and I'm just gonna blend just a little so it doesn't look crazy. Basically what I did is I set under my eye, and then now I'm going in with the color, the bronzing color Mocha Mami. I love Mocha Mami. It's so pretty. So I warmed up my face. I'm just gonna add a little bit more to warm up my face. I didn't even realize it wasn't recording, so that's super annoying. But yeah, so it's just warming up my face, and I'm just gonna bring some warmth to the face. Also picked up this Morphe blush palette. It's the blush trio. I don't know what color. I got it Papa Fuchsia. And I feel like this one is like more black girl friendly. Dipping it in Edgy, which I put too much, and Visionary, which has like a shimmer to it. I'm just gonna tap it again. So I love that. I feel like my face is looking like, you know. Do you guys remember the African movie when I just thought about this, it's so dumb, but the African movie when you would see the witch, like they would blow like the whatever the witchcraft was, and they go all over. It made me think of that when I was doing that. Like instead I was sucking in, but I'll probably try to find a clip and put it in here so you guys can laugh, but I thought it was funny. I'm gonna do my lips, and then I'm going to put some highlight and spray my face, and then we're gonna get into talking to you about the concealer and my thoughts. A lot of Morphe today. Morphe Trendsetter. It's like a brown, I don't know if you can see it. It's like a brown lip liner. So I'm just lining my lips. Okay, so I'm gonna be using FREEBIRD. This is also from Morphe. It's such a pretty color. I'm gonna actually put it on my hand, maybe you can see it. It's like such a pretty color. So I'm just gonna, I like how this smells. It smells like candy. The Perfectionist in the Vanessa palette. I really like this like color, and I think it's gonna go really well with how my eyeshadow. So we're gonna do that. Super subtle. It's super subtle, which I kind of like, and then I'm just gonna put it all over my nose like that. Forehead a little. Okay, perfect. Finish it off with the setting spray, this continuous setting mist by Morphe, which is one of my favorite. This is the finishing look, guys. I loved it. I love how it came out and everything. I'm going to say that with this concealer, I would maybe give it a 6 out of 10. I'm just such a big fan of concealer that is movable. Like, honestly, I just feel like you need to be able to have concealer, especially when you're beating your face, with movable concealer. And I don't know, maybe it's also because a lot of the concealers that I use are very movable. So maybe this is something I have to get used to. I'm still gonna play around with it and try it out just to see how I can work with it. But I did really struggle with blending. When it came to blending, it was very, very, very hard to work with. It was super stiff, and I'm just not a big fan of that. I wonder if there's been some feedback about this concealer being super dry and not being able to work with other people who have tried it, and that's why they're probably moving away from it. But other than that, I was able to get the look. It didn't crease. So overall, the finish is really good. I really like the finish. Like, I feel like the finish is like, it's popping, right? But the thing is, it's kind of getting to like building up that coverage. Like, if you really want to build up this coverage, I can have a feeling that it would start to turn really cakey, and the goal is to have makeup looking flawless. So I don't know, try it out. Let me know if you've tried it out in the comments, and your thoughts, what you like about it, what you don't like about it. And yeah, let me know. Hope that you guys like the look that it turned out. I like this look. It looks really, really pretty. The chromatic type of eyeshadow that this palette gives. So Morphe is doing its thing. Like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, Morphe's doing a thing. I'm just a little skeptical about this concealer. I'm gonna have to play around with it a little bit more. And if you have any suggestions, if you're using this concealer, if you have used this concealer and you have suggestions on how to use it or work with it, comment down below and let me know. Yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. Do not forget to subscribe. Follow me on Instagram because I post there too. And you guys will see me in my next video. Peace out. Bye.
Could this be love? Oh, tell